Drew gave me COVID one time.
After January, marijuana is legal here now.
Oh my god.
Where do you live? I'm not.
I'm asking for a friend.
I don't. No. I mean, I don't.
I don't know if you can hear. My cat is snoring up a storm right now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Xeno's Love Pyramid, the only show where anyone pretends that Xeno is the expert to go to when it comes to love. We are gathered here today to celebrate the unholy union of anime and romance, bringing such wonders as girls who fall ass first into your face then punch you into the stratosphere, and the fact that your little sister is somehow, in this day and age, still a valid romance option. Joey, take it away.
All right, starting off strong here. Xenogelion, I'd like your input on this. So you're a teenage boy, and your father, in an effort to get you more involved with the family business, has decided that you should move into your own place nearby with an attractive grown-up woman as your chaperone. If it means securing the attention of an incredibly high-caliber older woman, would you just get in the fucking robot already?
Okay, first off, you can't just get in the robot. There's got to be an ample supply of lube. Right, you can't just like, raw dog that right there.
Dude, the robot provides a lube. Let's get over this. Come on.
Okay, fine. So if the robot provides an ample supply of lube, that's fine. Next, it depends. Does the robot come with a vibrating option, or does it just like, oh no, it's just your regular run of the mill robot? I mean, she's not going to be interested if the robot don't vibrate, right?
Let's put it this way: it's not about the equipment that the robot has. You are incredibly talented at using it for whatever reason, and she is.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you've also got to keep it fresh. Hey, I'm trying to answer your question here. If I'm not answering a question, you're just gonna have to put up and shut up, right? But this is what you gotta do, man. This is how you gotta keep it fresh, right? And speaking about keeping it fresh, make sure you Febreze the thing. You got a cockpit in there, and it's gonna stinky. And the ladies, they're just gonna be like, dear God, does this man not bathe? And it's not your fault. It's like, you do bathe, you do shower and everything. You clean the special places, but your sweat lingers. You gotta clean out the upholstery and things.
Okay, so the short answer is yes, you would get in the robot, but you would keep it fresh.
Gotta keep it fresh, man. Gotta keep the robot fresh. Woo the ladies.
Okay, I did not actually expect this, but on a related note, mecha, how useful are they for initiating and maintaining romantic relationships?
Okay. So a lot of straight heterosexual men have this horrible habit of not knowing how to cook. So when you're actually out buying your mobile suit or even your giant robot, you have to make sure that you have the bare necessities. We got a fridge, freezer, an electric hob. You can't go gas because that stuff tends to explode under heavy fire. I mean, yeah, okay, come on, guys. You can woo the ladies with an oven, or the men, right? You can woo the men. Like, I mean, heck, if I'm trying to attract some fine individuals, maybe in the crowd right now, you're gonna have to do a proper cooked meal, and you can't skimp on that. You can't just go like, hey, look, microwave, pot noodle, ready meal, or just shove it in the microwave. We all love our instant ramen, men, but to be proper men, we have to know how to cook, and you gotta have to have storage space as well. You can't just go salt and pepper. You have to get your 5 spices in there. You gotta get your oregano, your paprika, perfect blue. You gotta get all those spices in there. Otherwise, what good is the mecha if you can't wine and dine? Oh yeah, also needs a wine cellar. Your mecha needs a wine cellar.
So in short, you're turning your mecha into a kitchen.
3-star Michelin kitchen, yeah. I mean, the body's willing to consume nothing but ramen all day, especially the super spicy Korean noodles. But I mean, the spirit needs to be kept fresh with some Merlot and a good ribeye steak.
Noted.
Xeno, how would you break it to your adopted sister that you've had the hots for her, but her new tomboy approach has made it really hard for you to confess your feelings as you explode into a giant man-eating titan? Also, what anime am I referencing?
It sounds like Kiss Sis.
No, that is how I remember Kiss Sis.
Yeah. That's how Kiss Sis works.
I sigh with great disappointment in your lack of faith.
Well, I mean, like, you know, I'm thinking either, you know, the skywriting where you hire the pilots to write messages in the sky. So that's option 1. Option 2, billboards. Option 3, you get some ketchup and you write it on their omelette rice.
Yeah, we don't know how, if there's no rice, there's potatoes and bread.
Fine, we'll Guinness it up. We'll actually carve it into a potato and we'll stamp it on the Guinness.
What?
Oh, yeah, you know how people... So when you're pouring in Guinness, if you're skilled enough as a bartender, you can use a potato carved and actually put an imprint in the head of the Guinness and actually leaves a pattern behind. So that there's an option. You could do it that way.
Okay, and what anime is this?
I told you it was Kiss Sis.
No.
Yeah.
For the people who actually appreciate anime, this is Attack on Titan.
Never heard of it.
Basic.
Xenogelion, please, if you could, give us a quick overview of your strategy for tackling all of the alternate endings that they have built into the new Ranma 1/2 game.
You got to be real with me. Is there actually a new Ranma 1/2 game?
I don't think so. Probably not. I'm going to say no.
Okay, cool. Oh, cool. Because the problem here is I've purged all of Ranma 1/2 out of my brain because it just got so bad. So instead, I'm going to tell you about Kiss Sis. I'm telling you about Kiss Sis.
Okay.
No. What was your question?
The alternative endings
in
the new...
Okay, so there's the one where Ranma, after battling against his many, many foes, including that creepy old man that keeps on stealing girls' underwear, he ends up triggering third impact, causing everyone to die except for him and Akane. So that's the what we call the cringe ending. Another alternative ending, there's the one where Ranma, you know, he's been trapped for many years, or she's been trapped for many years, because he wasn't just cursed by the hot spring, he was actually infused with the powers of the hot spring. So having phantom limbs allowing him to curse other members of society, he fought for his life and as a result ended up exploding, converting everyone on the planet into cursed individuals with hot spring water. The next alternative ending is where Ranma turns out to be the legendary archer hero of legend and uses his unlimited blade works to stop the evil Tatiwati Kuno, I think that's what his name is, from claiming the Holy Grail and reinventing the world in his image. The last one, the alternative ending, is where Ranma is busy fighting, again, Tatiwati Kuno. However, when Ranma is at the edge of his limits and everything, Tatiwati Kuno, he's on his last legs. He's no longer the perfect Chad student that he once was. And as a result, he's deciding to blow himself up and take out the entirety of the Earth with him. And instead, his panda dad, Ranma's panda dad, ends up teleporting in using, I think it's called translocation or something, and ends up translocating Tatiwati Kuno to another planet so that he can destroy that. And, you know, Ranma's left safe and can grow up into a fine adult and go to university. If you can guess those shows, I'll be impressed.
Honestly, I tuned out as soon as we started talking about Ranma 1/2. So.
I don't blame you.
Moving on. Which shonen anime has the best romantic relationship involving its protagonist, and what should we try to learn from it?
I don't think Naruto's a good one, because the message there is if you just keep stalking your love interest, you'll eventually get him.
Whoa, are you disrespecting my Hinata?
Well, yeah, she just stalked him for years, and then he just basically said yes.
That's not true. She saved his life.
It's 1 gajillion% true. I'm the Naruto expert. He lies through his teeth. But no, in all seriousness, it's totally 100%. I say all seriousness. The Dragon Ball Z stuff with Vegeta and Goku being attracted to powerful women like Bulma and Chi-Chi. So, you know, you gotta respect your powerful women. You know, you gotta do what your lady tells you. To be fair, though, I can't think of many other shonen... Are we talking like Shonen Jump, or specifically, or just shonen in general?
Shonen in general.
Oh, shit, I fucked that up. I'm gonna stick with my answer, though.
So if the love of your life was shot through the head and you still don't know her fate, is it okay to sleep with someone who puked in your mouth? Or should should you still avoid that person like the plague?
Oh no. Okay, so this is obviously Chainsaw Man. I know what's gonna happen because I've read the manga. I was really interested to know how they were going to do that scene because it was such a poignant scene in the manga.
Do you feel they let you down?
No. I mean, it wasn't. It's so much worse watching it animated. It's just like, oh wow, that's bad. Anyway, what was the rest of your?
Would you still sleep with the woman who puked in your mouth, or would you avoid her like the plague?
You know he's a minor, right?
Yeah.
So no. You gotta be honorable. You can't be irresponsible as a child. It's on you. You gotta make sure. I mean, like, check out my Chad Goku, right? You know, he didn't sleep with Bulma the first second he saw her or anything. He was just confused to where her tail was.
I've got something very important to tell you. It's, well, look, while I've got you, let me just remind you to make sure you hit the like button and turn on notifications because maybe YouTube will actually use those. Speaking of YouTube, with ad support being what it is, if you'd like to see the show improve even more, consider heading over to patreon.com/Xenogelion. And if you like listening to Xeno rant about anime, head over to youtube.com/Compicast to find out what harem anime he's watching now. Oh yeah, I remember now. While you're watching, make sure you keep an eye out for the golden...
Xenogelion, if you could choose only one Tenchi Muyo series to isekai into, as Tenchi, of course, which series would it be, and how would you secure the love of your favorite waifu without tearing apart the stability of the harem as a whole? Please solve harem anime for us. Thank you.
I love the whimsy and everything of the original Tenchi Muyo. Tenchi Universe feels like a safer bet, but weird space god powers kind of comes in handy. I'm going to say the original Tenchi Muyo, and I would 100% get in my fragranted, Febrezed mech with a Michelin star Makitchen. Make sure that I got some plenty of Merlot and everything.
I'm hearing a lot of washu coming out of your mouth right now. Okay, keep going.
No. She's not my waifu. Don't fuck with me, boy. And I would just completely Issei Hyodo it up and just say, look, this is the status quo. You all part of my harem. You all getting in on this action, or none of you are getting in on this action. And they'd all agree.
I feel like that's cheating.
How is that cheating? How is that cheating?
Because the whole point of the harem anime is that each woman wants you to themselves.
Yeah, right? And there's also Labyrinth in the World of Another... No, wait. No, Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. I know I got that wrong. That's another situation of like, hey, everyone... You know, this is the deal. Like, this, you know, we're all in on this, or no one's in on this. And everyone's in on this. So, you know, I'm just going to follow in the footsteps of my man, Issei Hyodo. I was going to go with the whole Goku thing, but apparently I can't be a ghost and impregnate people, so...
No, here's have Washu clone you, and then you run away with Washu. And then clone you to run away with Ryoko.
Right, but you know what's going to happen with clones? Clones are just going to end up fighting each other, where it's just like, no, I'm the original. No, I'm the original. Like, I've thought this to myself. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be Clone Wars. And Order 66 is going to be... execute what?
Said, okay, Rick Sanchez.
Yeah, well, I mean... Yeah, and that's another problem. Both of us are going to have a bomb in our necks. Right? I don't want a bomb in my neck. Neither does the other guy. It's Ryoko.
Okay. So, on the topic of harem anime, imagine there's a harem anime with 3 tsundere love interests.
Oh dear God.
So we've got Zero no Tsukaima's Louise, we've got Shakugan no Shana's Shana, and Toradora's Tiger. Firstly, how screwed is the protagonist? And secondly, who should they go for?
Okay, this feels very, very difficult because, first off, the protagonist is... mega levels screwed because we've got magic, we've got melee, and then we've got magic melee, so no matter what they do, they're in trouble. Also, you have to make eye contact to whoever you're talking to because obviously they're all voice acted by the same woman, and as a result, like if someone's calling you from the other room and you're like, oh yeah, oh no, don't worry Shana, I'll be there in a second, and it turns out to be Louise, and you're like, oh fuck.
Good point.
You know, so you gotta make sure you got that eye contact right there. Which one should they go for? Oh God, I'm gonna go with Shanna because of the red hair.
I don't. Somehow I got onto like imagining Kerrigan from StarCraft with like a red Ryoko haircut, and like a little Ryokuling.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, even though you're an international spy of mystery, is it okay for you to fall in love with the woman that cares for your child, even though she utterly bombed with cooking?
I don't know what you're talking about. James Bond needs no child. James Bond is a man of, like, how on earth is James Bond going to continue to do his James Bondly duties with a James Bond child?
Bond. James Bond Jr. No one can stop him, but scum always tries. Young Bond cuts through each web of spies.
Since James Bond is not an anime,
Isn't he, though?
he is similar to Bondman, but it is not Bondman.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's perfectly fine. That's what the phone is for. Like, you just beep beep boop boop. Yeah, Nando's. I'd like a meal for 3. Make sure it's all extra hot. And then you build up an immunity to whatever awful cooking whoever is making it is making, because you eat the super spicy Nando's. You're going for cheeky Nando's. It's all good.
Go for cheeky Nando with the Spy Boys.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say that extra hot peri peri can cover a multitude of sins.
What?
The spice in that hot sauce has its own power level, and it's, I guarantee you, stronger than whatever the power level of poor cooking is.
It's way over 9,000.
So, my question, fairly straightforward. You find a love robot, for lack of a better term, in a pile of garbage. You take it home, restore it, and it turns out that it is a previously unheard of, custom-made love robot that, through the power of technology and weirdly kinky robot stuff, has been endowed with the capability of developing true sentience. How do you proceed?
Confused?
It's a reference to Chobits. Shut up.
Oh! Because I'm not going to lie now. I was like, is this Rick and Morty? This feels like Rick and Morty. Yeah. Oh, God, how much I don't remember Chobits. For good reasons. I mean, let's face it, with Chobits, had a real gamer gotten their hands on Chi, there'd be RGB lights up the wazoo, they'd be playing Fortnite. It would be, their main rig while streaming. They'd probably install, like, a mini fridge next to it to keep their Mountain Dew cold.
Okay, hang on. Are you saying this because that's what you would do?
No. What I would do is probably turn it into a render rig.
Oh my god. He's gonna stand in the corner and make videos.
Yeah. It's like, why is this taking so long to render? Render faster!
I mean, that's your answer. I'm not judging. I'm just putting it out there. You get a love robot and then turn it into a render rig. I mean, It kind of seems like a little bit of a waste, but whatever.
I mean, what would you do with it?
First thing I would is I would. But that would be like the Lamentations configuration or something.
God, that's awful. You're gonna have to bleep all of that out, editor.
Yeah. Next question.
Here's a simple one. If you were in an anime, what kind of over-the-top gesture would you use to confess your love to someone?
Wait, does it have to be a cringe option? Do I have to make it really cringy?
I think it has to be somewhat cringy, otherwise it's not really sincere. The sincereness is what makes it
it has to be
cringy.
Super cringy. So I'd probably get... you can get those giant concert speakers. I'd probably set up like a stage on the running track with these giant speakers, and I'd be stood there and I'd confess to whoever it is, like, Merastius, I love you!
Aww.
Yeah, and, for the entirety of the school to hear. There may be a few shattered windows at the same time. What?
Okay, if you're in a car crash with your SO, significant other, and he's clearly at fault, would you take the rap for it so he can get off scot-free? Or would you make him go down for it?
So here's the thinking. Here's the brain thinking. If I take the rap for it, what's the worst that can happen? Probably a slap on the wrist.
You killed somebody.
Well, I killed somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, but no, surely my significant other could say that, it was an accident, like, it wasn't meant to go down like this, and,
Yes, you definitely think he will do that for you.
Okay, that's fine. So, I think I would do it, and, what's the worst could happen? Like, just end up in some sort of, jail...
Yeah, just some random women's prison, yeah.
Some random women's prison as a man. And then, just randomly get, some weird superpowers or something.
Well, okay, so yeah, then you find out that he's conspiring with your family's greatest enemy. Would you hire a hitman, or would you kill everyone to get out of prison and wrench his in? from his body with screams of aura, aura, aura.
What's the likelihood of that happening? I mean, like, come on, like
100%.
100%. Okay, that's very likely. Wait, how much in love are we? Like me and my boyfriend.
You were about to get married.
We're about to get married. Oh god.
Like you're on your way to the wedding.
We're on our way to the wedding, and he ends up killing someone, and he's asking me to take the rap for it. I mean, if I'm that in love, I totally do it, and weirdly kind of hope that I don't go to jail and get superpowers.
Well, we've just about run out of time here on Xeno's Love Pyramid. Thank you, beautiful viewers, for tuning in. And as always, for God's sake, don't stick your dick in crazy. Leave high school girls alone. And remember that incest and casual assault are not okay.
Oh, wow.